Greetings and welcome back to Switch to Linux. This is the weekly news roundup, and we're going to be doing security, smart devices, and Sillyville in this section. So you can catch the show live 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fridays, or just watch these edited versions. Let's dive on into the news. First, a security flaw in Grindr let anyone easily hijack user accounts. This actually had to do with the resetting of the security tokens. So all you needed to do is know what somebody's email address was that had the account, use the token, and then go into your sources, and there's a reset token. You could go ahead and use that reset token on the website, and you could log into somebody's account if you knew their email address. This was fixed pretty quickly, but if you're not familiar with Grindr, I believe it is a gay dating application, I think. And so, hey, if you're grinding it up all day long, then be aware that someone could have gotten into your Grindr account. So maybe if you've had one in the past, you're like, haven't been on there in a while, you might want to double check, make sure you still have your password, or, be willing to give up your app to someone else, I guess. All right, so Waymo finally launches an actual public driverless taxi service. Remind me to stay out of Phoenix. That's all we need, right? Anybody who's lived through Windows 95 and the blue screen of death, we do not want to get into a vehicle that drives by itself with a computer. No. Fully driverless technology is real, and now you can try it in the Phoenix area. You use the little app. Tells you how long before the pickup, and then the Eero robotic car that's being controlled by the Russian hackers comes by and runs you over instead of stopping to pick you up. So after covering Waymo several years, learning to take the company's announcements with a grain of salt, 2018, they said they would launch fully driver commercial service by the end of the year. They did release one in December 2018, but came with a huge asterisk. Every vehicle had a safety driver, and the service was only open to a small group of people. But today, they lean to be launching a taxi service that promised 2 years ago, once fully driverless and open to the public. They told us that the service will initially operate a 50-mile square area in Phoenix, suburbs of Chandler, Tempe, and Mesa. Waymo's rollout of driverless technology has been so slow and confusing it easily could have lost sight. Anyway, so yeah, there you have it. Would you guys, let me know in the comments, engagement challenge, would you get into a taxi that is being self-driven by Google? Let me know in the comments. All right, Eero, this is the smart home router that Amazon recently purchased. They're now teaming up with the internet service providers to sell routers to its customers. And what has got to be the unholy alliance of, I don't even know when there has been a worse alliance. So a smart router connecting with Amazon, connecting with your internet service provider. Didn't we just talk about like antitrust stuff earlier? Like, no, I'm really not interested in your network-based router that can only be controlled on the cloud services. Not particularly all that interested in that, but you can actually sign up for this. I think it's as early as like starting this month, if I remember correctly. See if I can remember the date on this. I don't think this article has it. Oh, December. Oh, yeah, let's see. It'll be available in the United States and Canada starting in November, with more features coming in December and throughout 2021. It says it's offering tools at attractive price points. No price points attractive. Pay me $20, $30, maybe $40,000. I'll think about putting one in the house. But me paying you for this? Ooh, no. Nope. Not happening. Not happening, buddy. All right, and on to our last news article in the smart tech. Atlanta Falcons will be using drones to clean the stadium after games. I mean, guys, isn't the whole point of going to a game to sit in those greasy and dirty and nasty stadiums as part of the adventure? But no, Atlanta Falcons home, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Lord help us. Is consumerism taking this up? Well, I guess Mercedes-Benz Stadium is better than Pittsburgh PNC Park. You know, they have bathrooms and windows there. That way you can pee and see. I mean, but anyway. They're believed to be the first professional sports venue to implement drones to clean the stadium, but they're not the only ones using the technology. So Carolina Panthers has 71,000 seat stadium that has not hosted fans for the first 2 games because of the coof, but will welcome back a limited capacity. All right. So basically what they're doing on these guys, do we have a picture? You know what? I should have gone with like the Ars Technica where they actually had the picture. But they had a series of drones flying around just spraying everything down with a variety of antiseptics and whatever else to clean up all the stadiums, sterilize it. This is robots being built as the world's only proven coronavirus-killing xenon UV robot ray. Oh, UV ray robot. Oh, boy. So we are spraying down the stands. According to the company, it is a 99.9% chance effective at killing the coronavirus germs within 2 minutes. Shocking! It's like it has the greatest. It actually has a lower chance of killing the coronavirus than the coronavirus has of killing you. That's right. That's right. So, anyway, but yeah, the drones are flying around. They're cleaning up the stadiums. They're keeping us all clean, so we don't catch cold when we go there. All right, well, if you'd like to help support the channel, have a look at our affiliates, switchedtolinux.com/affiliates for the full list. We are highlighting ExpressVPN today. Now, there are a lot of people that are shilling your VPNs and things. Let me be clear, you do not always 100% have to have a VPN on your connection, despite that's what all their marketing wants you to know. But there are very valid uses if you travel around a lot, if you're in coffee shops, if you need to get around a geo restriction. There are a lot of valid uses for a VPN. If you are in need of one, go ahead and use my affiliate link, tlm.li/EV, and that is going to get you a VPN that is one of the highest rated VPNs that is out there. For $99.95, you get an entire year. You can get for $60 a 6-month access or $12.95 per month. Poor 2020, right? Anyway, you can get that with the affiliate link there, tlm.li/EV. On to the Sillyville edition. So Apple is sending us new mask emojis because we have to go ahead and just push the agenda for total mind control to everybody. Wearing a mask doesn't mean you're sick or sad. So before you had this sad person wearing a mask, now you have the person walking down the street in the park wearing the mask person. Where's the blind drone with the dead eyes who has given up their soul? I mean, come on. Like, there you go. Oh, look at that. Oh, it put on a mask. You don't have to imagine. Wait for it. Oh, look at that. It's so happy because it's wearing a mask. As Emojipedia points out, the new emoji is literally Apple's existing smiling face with a mask on top. Do you feel the artist imagining a frown under there? Probably not. I mean, come on. Come on. See, there you go. Before and afters. See. Oh, boy, guys. Oh, boy. I might have to move to Florida soon. All right. I'm not reading the article. I just thought that the headline title of this tells you everything about The Verge. Instagram turns 20 on this day in 2030. What the hell kind of morons are you at The Verge? All right, enough said about that. That was fun. Pinterest inspires a less stereotypical Halloween while raising awareness around cultural sensitivity. So Pinterest now wants you to be less stereotypical. So you're not allowed to look up anything that could possibly be deemed as offensive. I'm curious to know how far people are going to be taking this. Definitely an interesting take. So every year, millions of people come to Pinterest for Halloween inspiration. And even though this year looks different, searches related to holiday continue to rise as people plan for unique Halloweens. Costumes are constantly top search item, but many people may not know that certain costumes are appropriations of other cultures. As a platform for positivity, we want to make it easy to find culturally appropriate Halloween ideas and bring total wokeness to the fact that costumes should not be opportunities to turn a person's identity into a stereotyped image. This is exactly why I'm not much into Pinterest. So, yeah. I mean, you can't possibly stereotype anybody. I'm telling you. Cultures aren't costumes. Halloween should be a time for inspiration, not a time for insensitivity. If you feel butthurt about what I'm wearing, you need to go check your priorities, okay? Honestly, okay? Now, I gotta say, the only time that I really felt like, okay, that costume's probably inappropriate, this was going back about 10, 15 years ago when somebody decided that the genital costumes were probably appropriate things. And you can find the costume of either the male or the female genitalia. And I'm in a college town. And I am driving on down the road in the college town. I'm going to have a hard time saying this with a straight face. I promise you guys this is a true story. I'm going down this story. If you're familiar with State College, I'm going down Viro Boulevard. On the way down, I lived at what was Penwoods North back at the time. It's part of the Viro Village now. But I lived down in Penwoods North at the time in grad school. I'm driving on down the road, and a big penis runs right in front of my car. And I first thought is, hit the gas and kill it. But no, that would be bad. I don't want to be murdered. Although the headlines alone would be worth it. Man, his giant penis on Viro Boulevard. I mean, I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you. That is what you're pushing the limits of bad costumes. But at the same time, my lands, it gave me a hilarious story. It's a hilarious story. But no, we're all butthurt because we wanted to wear an Indian, Native Americans costumes, but we're not even allowed to have a Native Americans costume anymore because that's offensive to somebody who's speaking on behalf of the Native Americans, despite the Native Americans don't really care. Holy crap, people. So yeah, welcome Pinterest to the total wokeness. I knew you were crazy before, and you've just kind of verified it for me. You verified it for me. So anyway, well, if you have a Raspberry Pi and you're looking to build a Mac Mini, here is a MacBook Mini Raspberry Pi build. They even have like the little mag adapter over here. Look at that. So it's a nice little case over here. I'd say if you're interested in this Mac Mini project for Raspberry Pi, I would probably tell you to get it now before they get sued out of oblivion. That would be an epic, a very epic thing. But anyway, Michael Pick, whose nickname is the Casual Engineer, has created the home-built MacBook Mini that he calls the world's smallest MacBook. It's not a Hackintosh. It's actually running the iRaspbian is what he's calling it, but it does not give it a pretty convincing impression of Mac OS at first glance. Machine runs on Raspberry Pi 4, and Pick has successfully run Chrome on it. So there you have it. He has a nice video here. You can find all these articles in the video description, by the way. So yeah, you can go ahead and do that. Like I said, I'd get it quickly before he gets sued out of oblivion, because that's the type of thing that Apple just likes to come by and squash. But that's actually pretty cool. I might have to think about that. Sounds fun. Sounds like a cool project for one of these Raspberry Pi 4s I have laying around over here. Well, Apple's credit card, for some weird and unknown reason, any AT&T transaction for a day were being tied to a 10-person Texas accounting firm. Nobody can quite explain why this was happening, but if you had an AT&T charge on this day, then they would show up all of a sudden at like, for a couple days at 2:30 p.m. each day. All sorts of people would be calling in because they were getting a transaction fee from this small 10-person accounting firm in Texas. I don't know, makes me not want to get an Apple credit card, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that interesting, not interesting? I don't know. Well, Razer is launching a prepaid Visa card with a built-in LED. Like, I did not think I would actually be featuring Razer products on Sillyville, but apparently this is the second time in like a month. We talked about the Razer bubblegum the other day, and now we have the Razer prepaid Visa card. I don't know. It's so cool, though. I might think about getting me one of them guys. Of course, if I need an app to use it, no thank you. But yeah, you can get the card. It has LEDs in it, so it lights up with the Razer logo. I gotta say, that is a very epic looking card. I gotta say, I'm kind of impressed with it. So definitely cool, definitely interesting, definitely snazzy. And yeah, so if you want prepaid credit cards and you are into Razer, that would be a logical choice to get. I gotta say, guys, the very first credit card I got as an old chemistry geek was a periodic table of the elements. Oh, I love my periodic table of the elements credit card. It was so fun. I think a percentage of my transactions went to the American Chemical Society or something. I don't know. Well, if you like this channel, you want to help support, we do have a Subscribe Star channel now, subscribestar.com/switched-to-Linux. You can jump on over there, help support the channel. We are also on Patreon, patreon.com/Tom M. That's TOMM. And we are on thinklifemedia.com. So thanks for watching, and let me know your thoughts about these in the comments down below. Thank you for watching this video from Switched to Linux. This channel would not be possible without the backing of the program supporters scrolling on the screen now. You can be a supporter at Patreon at patreon.com/TOMM or at thinklifemedia.com. I also want to thank the open source community who creates such excellent software that makes producing this show possible. Please remember to support your software communities. Thank you, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux.